What is going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all safe, y'all chilling, and y'all wearing y'all mask. For real, wear your mask. So, hopefully by now y'all already done seen the how-to lab video. If you haven't, I'll link it down in the comment section below. And if you already watched it, I'm glad to hear it. Y'all the real MVP. But without further ado, excuse me, let's get into what today's video is about. So today's video is about how to build a team. And throughout this video, I will be referencing my team, because I feel like I got a good team, that really works well, with one another. So I kind of use my team as an example, to just get you guys, kind of heading into the right direction. Now, it's not the best team, it's not the absolute best team in the game, but it's a good team nonetheless. And, I don't never feel handicapped using it. So the first point is, to make sure that your characters bounce off one another very well. And what I mean by that is, you can play somebody and you can kind of tell they just threw three characters together because they're not doing no unique combos that's probably only exclusive to that team, or they just might be just calling assists and they not doing nothing. You can tell when people kind of just threw characters together. So, make sure, all your characters really, synergize well with one another. So like, for example, with my team, like, good thing is Gogeta loves to have a ground DR. It's nice to have the option to do ground DR because, let me see, I'm talking too far ahead. Let me go and slow down real quick. So it's nice for Gogeta to have a ground DR because he can go on a Dragon Rush and then, go into something like that. Or, well, not or, and, along with having grounded DR, he can do things like this. Since I got Broly A assist, for extra damage that way, and you see that does a little bit more damage, and that's just, just kind of, scratching the surface. Gotenks B gives me, mix, which is what Gogeta needs, and, Broly gives me the kind of, I call it the obscurity mix, where it's like, it's kind of hard to see Gogeta. It's kind of hard to see what Gogeta doing. Plus, Broly A also kind of functions as kind of like a projectile almost. So, it helps Gogeta around in neutral. And this don't just benefit Gogeta, Broly. We all know Broly. The good old 5S. That's a pain to everybody. So, imagine, let me set it. Where is it? Guard cancel. Here we go. Super Dash. So we all know people Super Dash, when Ki Blast coming. So, Gogeta, his A assist. Of course it beats Super Dash, goes full screen. I can use that, to combo afterwards. Gotenks B, same thing. I can do the same thing with Gotenks B. I can just call it out, or even better, I can just get the hit confirm and then with Ki Blast and do that. So, it's things like this. Broly can get nice combo mid screen with Gotenks B. And then, I can get things like that. Same goes with Gogeta A. Or I can always just confirm in the keyblades just like Broly. So, you know, that's just like, you know, of course I get my super dash mix and auto combo mix, you know, with both assists. So that's just showing you that, you know, all three of my characters bounce off each other so well. With combos, mix-ups, and neutral, you know, it's all there. You know, that's why I consider to have a good team, because they all bounce off each other very well. You know, like for Gotenks and Broly, they help cover Gogeta's weaknesses, which is Gogeta is weak when he don't have a high block stun assist. So Gotenks covers that. Broly covers the neutral assist and a little visual obscurity. So that's a, you know, a little added bonus there. So just keep that in mind when you know, building a team, you swapping out a character for another character. Keep those things in mind. So the next point is to please don't, you know, build a team around one character. So an example is I played this guy yesterday, and he was pretty good. He was pretty good, pretty solid. And his team was Piccolo, 21, and GT Goku, ASS obviously. And you know, of course, I know Piccolo struggles in neutral. So, of course, the good thing is to have two, you know, neutral style assists that, you know, covers Piccolo to help him get in and things like that. So, but of course, I know GT Goku's A assist is the better of the team, you know, between him and 21. So, I started taking out Android 21. And this is the part when I say, you know, you have one character, even though it's three, you know, you got a team of three, but you focus on one character. I took out, you know, I swapped out his Piccolo to get in GT Goku's A assist so I can, you know, eliminate having that assist on the field. So his 21 and his GT Goku wasn't as good as his Piccolo. So that goes to show me, you know, while we was playing that set, that his Piccolo is more than likely his primary focus. And it showed once Piccolo died sometimes, and sometimes when I just swapped out Piccolo to bring in another character. So, you know, now looking at my team, you know, I play people that sometimes likes to swap out, you know, they'll try to snap in, you know, Broly because he Broly, or they'll try to snap in Gotenks, you know, because they think eliminating Gotenks is eliminating my mix, which it is, sort of, you know, but the team is still strong, even if you take out one of the characters. The only time I feel like the team is at its weakest is when Gogeta is, you know, Gotenks and Broly is dead and Gogeta on his own. Because Gogeta just struggles beyond comprehension, in my opinion, without assists. So, you know, that's the only time the team is really at its weakest. But that's why I got two characters to cover them. But, you know, my point is that, you know, you take out one character, I still feel like I play pretty well with all three, that I can still kind of, you know, not kind of, function well and, you know, and play comfortably. And I feel like Gogeta is the heart of my team, even though I think, you know, my Gotenks or possibly my Broly is better. But I know Gogeta is the heart of my team because it's effing Gogeta. Gogeta is the homie. So hopefully y'all get that point, what I'm saying. You know, hopefully it came across, you know, right. And the next point is, I think I kind of covered it already when I was just talking, but it's basically making sure the foundation of the team is still there. Even a character dies, even if a character died, the foundation of your team is still there. So, you know, like I was saying with the Piccolo player that I played, when I took out his, you know, certain matches, when I took out his Piccolo first, it felt like I already had won the game because everything was focused around just, you know, making sure Piccolo good. instead of just kind of balancing out and really optimizing all three of the characters, solo. So keep that in mind when you're building a team. That team that he had is actually really solid, but my point is to make sure all three of your characters good, because if one fall, then it's like a domino effect. If you focus on one character, if one fall, then basically the other two gonna fall. So just focus on really getting all three of your characters up there, just for times when your main guy or a girl character is gone. So now my next point is, man, I think I done covered it already, but I'll just say it again. Make sure if you're using a character that, make sure you using characters or assists that helps strengthen the weaker character, or if you just got 3 strong effing characters on the team, that they just enable the F out of them and just, enables their strengths. So like I said earlier, Gogeta, he struggles in neutral. So, Gotenks B, I can kind of, use, to kind of like throw out, because it goes pretty far. About 90%, maybe 85, so I can be about right here and then, kind of go in and do whatever. So, I can still kind of play neutral with the assists, and definitely can play neutral with Broly A assist. So make sure that you got the right assist to really help your character. And another example is, I use myself. I tried to be a goof and use Broly C assist. Now y'all just heard me talking about Gogeta needs, basically all the help he can get. He needs assists to help him in neutral. He needs assists to help him with mix. So I decided to try Broly C assist for a little bit, because I just love me some C assist. So for those that don't know, C assist cooldown is insane. Now for Gotenks, that ain't a problem. Gotenks can hold his own. Broly can hold his own. If I was using Gogeta C assist like I normally do, Broly can hold his own. But Gogeta, it just felt like, I was playing this guy yesterday real good, and I was using Gogeta C assist. Man, when I tell you, I felt like I was just, struggling, because I was just trying to just kill time, until Broly's C assist came back. And it's like, now I'm basically handicapping. And the thing is, the C assist helps Gotenks, but like I say, Gotenks is basically a made man already. He's solid. Whether he got assists or he on his own. Same with Broly. So I was basically trying to strengthen Gotenks, but at the same time having a C assist was crippling Gogeta, because the cooldown was just killing him. So, I was just like, why not just go back to, the assists? Like Broly A assist, it is nice with Gotenks, but it's not nothing, out of this world or anything like that. It more so helps Gogeta, so that, take what happened to me, use that example to think about, the assist that you have for, your characters. So that's all on that point. And understanding, and there's 2 points left. So understanding your character role for the team. So like Broly, I got Broly in anchor position. So Broly is basically the muscle of my team, I guess. Gotenks is the little man before the big boss. And then Gogeta, I feel like, is more so the one that kind of just softens you up almost. Sometimes he'll possibly just take you out all the way, but he just softens you up for the other two. And of course, I'm never gonna have Gogeta in anchor position, because he is horrible at filling that role. Gogeta or Gotenks and Broly, they can fill that role if they wanted to, but for my team and how I got it, structured, Broly the muscle, Gotenks is kind of, I guess both of them out of muscle, but Broly is the bigger muscle, obviously. So, and Gogeta is the one that kind of just softens you up. I kind of just get a feel of what's going on with, of you as a player when I'm using Gogeta. Then it kind of shifts into high gear the further down you go on my team. That's kind of how I see it. So, and then once you get you understand what the role each character is filling, you won't feel, you won't kind of feel like your mind is scattered and you don't know what to do. Because that's how I was for a minute, and I can sympathize with y'all if y'all thinking, man, my character, all of them got 3 real good assists, so it's hard to kind of figure out what assists I want to use. I understand truly, because once these assists came out, no, not once they came out, once they buffed Gotenks B, I was like, man, do I want to continue using Gotenks A or use Gotenks B? So just really think about it and sit down with yourself and think about, what character you feel struggles the most when they by themselves. Or just which character you would like to enable more, to help out. So just keep all that in mind. And my last point, and I really want y'all to hear this, is please don't force yourself to use no top tier character. Don't just dismiss your own opinion of what you think of a character or a team because a well-known player or even a top player or something, whatever the case may be, say your team is whack or that character is whack. If you can make it work, then you find a way to make it work. The only thing I'm going to tell you is at least make a good team around it. Because I don't want to see you, getting your A whooped and failing. At least if you have a character that's suspect, have a character, have 2 characters that can back them up. If you want to use Goku Black or Zamasu or Frieza, make sure you got some good F and assist that really reinforces them, enables them, and covers their flaws. That's how you do it. Don't let nobody tell you don't use this character, they suck, or whatever the case may be. And I can use myself as an example. Y'all remember I was using UI Goku for when it was cool to use UI Goku when he first came out. I dropped Gogeta because I was just kind of fed up with how suspect he was last season. And, I started playing with UI Goku. Now, obviously, UI Goku is the better character, right? But I felt like and like I said earlier, I feel like Gogeta is the heart of my team. I felt like my whole style and flavor just went out the window when Gogeta, when I dropped Gogeta too. And like I say, y'all know, UI Goku is better than Gogeta. But when I went back to, and I'm the type, I like the mix, I like the style, things like that. UI Goku dry as F for me. He dry as F. So, I went back to Gogeta. And I feel way more at home with Gogeta, despite, the flaws he have and that he struggled here and there. I feel more at home with this team than the UI Goku team. So please don't force yourself. Now, if you want to make that decision yourself and you like, I thought it through, then by all means. But don't force yourself to use a character because somebody said your character suck or your team suck. That's all I'm going to say on that. Y'all grown. Y'all can do what y'all want with y'all life. I'm just, putting my 2 cents in there. But I done held up enough of y'all time. I know y'all busy people. Y'all got jobs, y'all at school, XYZ. So thank y'all for listening to me. I hope this helped. And I'll see y'all next time. And I'm always down in the comment section. So let's talk there. Peace out.